Hey guys, how's it going? It's Fangs, and we're going to be doing a question and answer. I know what you guys are thinking. Where's your webcam, Fangs? And I kind of explained to you yesterday. On Thursday, I was creating these videos, and I felt and looked like shit, so I didn't want to do the webcam. But you will have a webcam. Again, I'll probably do a vlog for Sunday, possibly in NYC, and then Monday. I don't know. Webcams will be back, but just not today. This is the first time I've done a question and answer without a webcam, if I'm not mistaken. Before we get started with this Q&A, if you guys are interested in getting some FIFA 14 Ultimate Team coins, can't even talk right now, check out www.buycheapfifacoins.com. They're an amazing service. They're going to get those coins to you for £10. It's pretty sure it's going to be £10 at least. It might go up to 12, but I'm almost positive it's going to be 10 for both Xbox and PlayStation. Click that link down in the description below. That's my little Google Plus link. It lets them know that you are coming from me. Also, whenever you go to checkout, you can put Fangbanger in the little area saying that I told you to come. Anyway, so I'm going to get into this question and answer. I'm going to scroll through these. I'm going to have to probably cut and edit because there's like a lot of talking in between my questions. First, we'll start out with at Melito the Man. He said, most badass thing you've ever done. I've done a lot of badass things in my life, but I would have to say probably the most badass thing that I can remember doing is the time that I tried, this is me trying to be a badass. The time whenever I tried to do a backflip off my porch with my BMX bike. I thought I was simply amazing whenever I was younger at doing tricks on my bike. And I had a total badass moment and decided that off of a 4-foot porch that didn't have a ramp, I was going to do a backflip. And so I ended up going completely off, getting upside down, and then falling down, snapping my collarbone in half. That made it come directly out of my skin. And then on top of that, having to get a neck brace. So that, I guess it's not maybe answering the question as the most badass. I didn't go skydiving, I didn't do anything crazy, but it was a badass moment. All right, next question. It says, best moment of your life. I answered that yesterday. If you didn't get a chance to watch that video, go ahead and check that video. That's at EthanT99. Then I have at Jared_Chamber, best looking YouTuber apart from me. He thinks he's a great looking YouTuber apparently. I'd have to say, I mean, there's some YouTubers that I think are good looking. I can't really go around saying people who are good looking, and I know this is me dancing around the question, but I'm kind of engaged, and my fiance probably gets jealous if I say stuff like that, so I try not to say anything about that, and YouTubers are kind of on my level. So there are some that I find to be attractive. The ones that I can really more so talk about would probably be I guess if I was going to throw anybody out there, it would be the Hodge twins. I mean, I think they're really good looking guys, and they're 39 years old. They look like they're 28, freaking have no body fat, so they're really good looking. I don't know if they're the best looking. I don't watch a ton of YouTube, and a lot of YouTube guys are kind of nerdy, so I don't know. I don't know if I have much to choose from there. And we have at Darren Mills. He says, if you could star in a TV show or movie next to one actor, what show and what actor would that be? You know for a fact, Darren, that I would be in True Blood. True Blood to me is the show. Obviously, I'd want to be a vampire. I would want to have been made in that episode by Bill. He's going to have to bite me. Then he's going to have to suck all my blood out of me. Then he's going to have to give me his blood. I'm going to drink that. Then we're going to lay in a grave together, and then I'm going to become his baby vampire. That's exactly what would happen. And that's Stephen Moyer. That's the name of that actor. That is exactly what I would want. That moment came, my life would be complete. Just let you know, it would be complete. We have at Music Major TV. He said, what are your feelings on the MLS playoffs? Do you think we can grow the game playing it at NFL stadiums? Okay, I really would love to talk about this. So the MLS playoffs to me have been really exciting. Now, they don't sell out their games except for I think Seattle might have, because Seattle and the Portland rivalry there was crazy. I've seen some of the videos from it. It looks awesome. The one I went to was not sold out, but there was a ton of people there, and because of the acoustics in Houston, it made it sound like there was a ton of people there. So it was a good turnout, but it is very disheartening to see people play on a field that has football lines on it. That looks so ghetto compared to European football, and I just don't find it to be good for MLS at all. If they're going to try to push their sport and try to make it as big as some of it is in Europe and other parts of the country, we can't be sitting there doing stupid things like playing it right after or right before the Patriots or somebody are about to play. Even in Houston, they have their own stadium. They're not playing at the same stadium as a football team, an American football team, and they let a college football team play there the day before and had lines on it, and they tried to wash them off, but it couldn't go away. It looks ridiculous. It's not good for the sport. They need to get rid of that if they're going to grow it. That's exactly what I think. We have at Gaming Mark. He said Ronaldo or Messi for Ballon d'Or. I don't know what he's trying to say right there. But I always choose Ronaldo over Messi. I just think he's better looking. I enjoy watching him better as a footballer. So I'm always going to choose Ronaldo, and I wish I could understand what the end of yours said. You'll probably let me know that in the comments below. We have at Ski Bon J FIFA. Would you date a black guy with a mamba? I don't know what a mamba is, so I can't really answer that question because I don't know what that is. Would I date a black guy? I've never had the chance to. I mean, I'm sure if the possibility arose, I would date like one of those Hodge twins. So obviously, yeah, I guess I would date a black guy. I don't know if that considers like half black, half white, or how you want to like do the ratios on it, but I guess so if I had a chance, but that's probably not going to happen because I've been dating the same guy for like 10 years. We have that Liquid Snake freaking Atani, and I don't know why. Oh, I guess it has to do with possibly Metal Gear Solid. He has like Pokemon Atani name, and then he's got Liquid Snake for one of his names. He says, when you going to make Jay and Silent Bob sequel? If you guys have not heard, the people in the hub call, which the hub call, sadly, I've noticed lately is kind of diminishing. A lot of people aren't showing up to it anymore. It's kind of disheartening. It makes me a little like, I mean, I miss the good times of the hub when everybody was in there, but I guess we're all kind of busy with our channels and traveling, and hopefully maybe it'll just all come back once, say, like Xbox One comes out or something. But anyway, they like to say that because I have, I'm so skinny and I'm kind of really white and I've got blonde, long, straight hair that I look like Jay from Jay and Silent Bob, and so they're always like telling me when I'm gonna make Jay and Silent Bob movies, and I do not look anything like Jay Atani, so you need to freaking move on with that. That's ridiculous. How dare you? How dare you? We have we got Music Major MTV, I'm saying his name wrong, Music Major TV. Should we build more soccer-specific stadiums for MLS? I kind of answered that for you, so you kind of get it now. Yes, we should, and they should not host college football games the day before a playoff match. God! We have at AndyHart94. You've had some great opportunities through making what's been the best thing, through making videos. What's been the best thing you've got to do, or best experience so far? The best experience so far for making those videos was my trip to London. I've met a lot of people. I was in the Call of Duty community for a long time. I've met a lot of people. I've made great friends from the Call of Duty community in like Zelda, and people like this guy who I call Froth and Diarrhea, who I went to his wedding. It's a funny name, I know, but he's like one of my best friends I made from Call of Duty. But London, like, I've made some of the greatest friends from what I can tell. There's sometimes I kind of like, I think about it, but I've made the greatest friends from FIFA that I have from the FIFA YouTubers, and they've always been so supportive of me, and they've always been nice guys. I know they give me so much shit, but I've made so much great friends, and so the moment that I got to meet them, and like that time that I had in London when I got to go to Eurogamer, and what brought me there, I would have never in my wildest dreams gone to Eurogamer if it wasn't for the fact that I got into FIFA, and then I got into making videos, and then I wanted to network with people, and that was like one of the best times I've had. That was a blast. I had so much fun. I went to another part of the world that I never thought I'd see, so that would have to be like one of my best experiences so far. At Charlie Fury, he says, furthest you've ever been? Sorry for the unoriginality. I don't know what you mean by furthest I've ever been, because obviously I'm like a 20, are you mean traveling, or do you mean like sexual? I don't know how to answer this question, so I'm gonna leave it at, I'm gonna put it into a more nice video term, and I'm gonna say traveling, and so I'm gonna say London. It's the farthest I've ever traveled, so it kind of answers from the last one. At Callum Likes Food, he says, how many pancakes can fit on the roof if an alien wears a purple hat? What the hell just happened? What are you even talking about? I don't know, 2 pancakes? I think that sounds good to me. I'm just gonna answer that. 2 pancakes. At Gaming Mark says, best footballer ever. As you guys know, I didn't really get into football until a couple years ago, so to ask me that question is going to not be anything that you guys want to hear. You're gonna be like, this bitch sounds like an idiot. And that's because I am. I'm not knowledgeable to the past of FIFA. I know, like, obviously the guy that I got to meet this last weekend, let's try to say his name, guys, Thierry Henry. I know he's a legend. He's an Arsenal legend, and I knew about him, and I got to meet him, so I'm gonna say that's the best footballer ever. At least it's the best one I've ever met. Well, let's go with that. Best one I've ever met. I know there's others that are out of this world, and there's that Pele, who I hear all about all the time, who's probably gonna be in those legend cards, but besides that, I don't really know. It's really bad, shun me for it, but I just got into the sport like 3 or 4 years ago. Don't judge me. Let's see what is next. Gaming Mark says, what are you allergic to? I'm allergic to the weirdest things ever. So I'm allergic to latex, which is a big, scary what? Because then everyone's like, how do you use condoms? Well, there's other type of condoms besides latex condoms. But I am like terribly allergic to latex. If it touches my skin, I break out in this terrible mess. Like if a doctor forgets and they put it, like they try to touch me or do my pulse or anything like that, and I just break out and it does not look good. It's not a good look. I'm also allergic to garlic. Garlic makes my tongue swell, but I love garlic, so I eat it anyway. Also allergic to vanilla extract. It makes my throat kind of swell. So weird. I don't know what's in it, but it does it. And then my final thing that I'm allergic to, what is the other? Oh, I'm allergic to, I think it's silver. I mean, it's whatever. There's something that's in silver. I don't know exactly what it is, but most silvers, unless it's like a certain karat gold, pretty much any jewelry I can't wear. Otherwise, it makes my skin have this like crazy rash. And so like my ring, my engagement ring had to be a certain kind of gold. Otherwise, I'd be sitting there like pulling it off saying, get it off me, get it off. Let's keep going up. At jizzing on toast, did you shit your pants when you saw Thierry Henry? Well, okay, the first time I saw him, he was at the elevator. And I was like, oh my god, that's him. Oh my god, like that's him. And I was like, should I go say something to him? I like rethought it. I kind of did like some side pictures of him because I was too afraid to ask him. So at that point I was more freaking out. And then whenever he ended up being in that Einstein's and I saw him and I was like, this is the moment. And I had to talk myself into it. You know, I almost did. I got really close to doing it, but I'm a lady and ladies don't do that. So I almost tinkled myself is really what happened. I almost peed myself, but I held my composure. I got my picture, got to say a few words to him. He was really nice. Even though I had a Houston Dynamo shirt on, he was still very cordial. So very cool guy. I was pretty blown away that I got to meet him. At Chris Beast 10 says, what's your favorite BPL team? I've answered this in quadrillion videos. My favorite BPL team is West Ham United. Like them mostly for the fact I can shorten it up. My favorite actor, who I said I'd want to be in a TV show with, did an interview where he said he was from that area and he liked that team and that's who he supported. So whenever I got into football, I just chose them and I never went away from it because I'm not one of those people that are homers and that pick the best team. You know, I like to watch some of the best teams. Like obviously right now, like Arsenal's killing it. So of course I want to watch them, but they're not going to be the people I choose. So yeah. Let's see. We have at Amp Warlord, when was your first time getting drunk? The first time I got drunk was like when I was 12 or 13 years old, which is pretty pathetic. And I kind of explained some parts of that in my video from yesterday, so you'll get to see a little bit of that. But yeah, I kind of got drunk when I shouldn't have, and it didn't take that. I was so tiny that it didn't take that much for me to get drunk, but I did quite a few times after that. I've done quite a bit of drinking in my life, which is pretty terrible. Kind of trying to cut down on it now. I've taken it a little bit slower than normal, so hopefully we won't have to worry about that. Let's see. Who are you most close to in the FIFA community? It says at Josh Jennings 12. Everybody in the hub. We're like a complete family. Well, the hub, I'll try to explain, and it's not like really like, everybody thinks of the hub, and when they think of the hub, they think of it as we're just like a bunch of big YouTubers / there's not even that many big YouTubers. The whole thing is not even just YouTubers, but I'll get into that. They think we're just like a bunch of big YouTubers like conglomerated together to create things, and I don't know, they can't really like breach us and become part of our friends or whatever. Really what the hub is it's just a bunch of people that randomly ended up in a call. Over time, someone got added and someone got added, and we ended up in this call, and our personalities mesh so well that we can sit in this call for hours together, and it's just like a friendship, and it makes it so much fun. Like, we can tell each other about things, we can talk about things. It's not even fully based on YouTube. A lot of times there's times we talk about YouTube, but a lot of times we talk more about personal things. We laugh, we crack jokes. Like, we've created friendships that are necessary. You know, they're great. They're a great thing. And so that's what the hub really is. And some people take it completely wrong, and they say things about it like, you know, that they shouldn't. And they think we think things that we don't. So at some point, I'd like to get it out there, and I'd like to see like what you guys think of the hub. I'd always like to know. I mean that it's called the hub. That's just the name of the chat, and it happened to become the name of a tournament. But really, it's just like a bunch of YouTubers that are really good friends, and it's not anything to do with us being like some kind of like conglomerate, the hub. So that's like, there's a lot of them. I couldn't even like start naming them. I'm not going to name one because I have way more than one. So if you had 3 wishes, what would they be? Same guy. I wish that I could fly. I wish that I never had to work another day in my life and I just had all the money in the world. And I wish that I had bigger boobs. Not gonna lie, I feel like my boobs are kind of small. and I would like for them to be a tad bit bigger. So at Maloki Alesa, I think is what that says. He says, what vids do you enjoy making most? Well, I really enjoy making FIFA videos, and I enjoy more of the ones like, I do like doing things like pink slips, and I do like doing pack openings, which are fun. Pack openings to me are like, I'm gambling, and it makes it amazing. But the videos that I enjoy doing most are videos where I can like talk for long periods of time when I do my story time or when I do my ghost stories. I've always been known to be kind of like a storyteller. I'm very long-winded. If you give me the chance, I could talk your ear off, but it's only about stuff that I'm interested in. It's really hard for me to talk about stuff that I'm not interested in, which is kind of weird. I guess it could be considered kind of weird, but so I like whenever I do story times for FIFA. I love the Hunger Games. I like making series like that, although I don't know if you guys really enjoy the Hunger Games, and I was going to put one of those videos out this weekend, and instead I did that video from yesterday. So let me know if you guys are still winning the Hunger Games or if it's boring you. It seems like I'm getting a lot less views on that than I do on other videos, so I would really like to know about that. We got at Tristan Gunby said, Bama or LSU? I would definitely choose LSU over Bama any day. LSU was like one of my choices whenever I was wanting to go to schools. And not to mention, I've got a pair of LSU sweatpants because I was in, where was I? New Orleans on Bourbon Street. And I happened to wear a dress whenever it was going to be freezing outside. I didn't realize it was going to be that cold. And so I needed to buy some sweatpants to stay warm. And I bought some LSU sweatpants. And I rock those every now and then. We have at John Madrano 94. What are your likes and dislikes about living in Austin? I like the weather in Austin. I love the people, the atmosphere. It's like really healthy. You can see people working out everywhere. It's just beautiful here. There's so many places to eat, so many things to do. But I dislike the fact that UT's here. I mean, I'd rather be around Texas Tech, obviously, but I didn't want to live in Lubbock. And I dislike the fact that my friends and family are not here, which is not like something you should really dislike a city about, but it makes it really hard for me to want to stay here whenever, like all I have to rely on here really is like my friends from YouTube and you guys making videos for you guys. And of course I have my fiance, but you know, there's times where I wish I had my friends here. There's times where I wish I was around my dad, where I could just go to my dad's house and stuff like that. And it makes it hard. And obviously I can on the weekends, but I've been really busy on the weekends. So it's made it, you know, a little hard. At FIFA_Jake, he says, what's your favorite food? I live for fried chicken. Like, I am so obsessed with fried chicken. If you put mashed potatoes and gravy, fried chicken, and some okra on my plate, I will love you forever. Like, that is my shiz right there. At Corey B. Knight, what is the best skin color? I'd have to say when you're, like, pretty tan. Like, my favorite skin color is when I get tan. I can get pretty dark and I can get pretty white, but I'm a lot more happy when I'm way more tan. At Sam_229 says, favorite place to eat in Austin? Well, since I said that I love fried chicken, let me tell you about a place called Lucy's Fried Chicken in Austin. It is amazing. I don't know what they do with their chicken batter, what they put on it. I just have no clue, but it is the best fried chicken I think that you will ever eat. If you ever come to Austin, you get a chance, have Lucy's Fried Chicken. It is to die for. It is to die. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm like drooling. I might go have that tonight because I'm getting on a plane. And it could be the last day of my life, and I've got to have the best food ever before that. I always feel that way. Isn't that weird? Anybody else feel that way? Let's see. What else do we have here? I'm going to finish this with my last question because it's getting towards the end, and the video game is probably going to end. The game's going to probably be over. It says, who do you think will win the Premier League this season? Pound ass Fangs. Well, with Ozil and with the freaking crazy streak they've been on and how well they've been doing, I'm pretty sure Arsenal might win it. Which would be weird, right? I don't know. I mean, that's like who I've been paying attention to the most, and they've been doing really well, so I just have a feeling that they'll end up winning it, but I could be completely wrong. Things could turn around, the tide could turn, who knows what will happen, but that's just what I think. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video, though, guys. If your questions did not make it into this Q&A, I'm sorry about that. Hopefully, I'll be able to get some of your questions in the next one. If you did like this video, though, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It really helps me get this content out there. If you haven't subscribed to me, why the hell not? And until next time, get Fang Bang Nerds.